Welcome, everyone, to today's show. It is going to be a doozy. We are a boomer and a Gen Xer walk into a bar, coming to you from the Rabbit Hole Studio, where you, as our listeners, will experience some wit and wisdom, some smart-assery, and a mother and a daughter questioning, are we even related? My name is Jane, and my co-host is my daughter, Bobby. And for the next several minutes, I guarantee you will be entertained, because you know what episode this is, Bobby?
This is season 2, episode 1.
We have made it through a full year with our listeners being so committed to us, and
Bless their hearts.
God love them. God love them.
I'm sure there are plenty of therapists that know who we are by now, but have never met us.
Because I know our therapist asked, are you sharing this information with anybody else? We say, sure, on air. So anyway, we've had just a really great year. And I wanted to talk about that today. That is what our show is about. And we have put out, as most of you know, we have put out a show every Tuesday since October 1st. Of 2024.
Yep.
That was our very first show. And have you gone back and listened to any of our first shows, Bobby?
I have.
And did we sound crazy?
I mean, we still do. It's just we're kind of more, we have more of a flow now, I think. But back then it was also hilarious, the fact that we were trying to find our niche.
Ourselves. We were trying to find ourselves. Hey, Bobby, why do you have one ear on and one ear off on your headset?
Because somebody decides that they want to sing into the microphone, and I can only deal with half of that.
See, that's hurtful. That's hurtful. That hurts my feeling.
I told you, you just can't do things.
Well,
you think you can,
I
but
gotta tell you,
can't.
I think I can.
I don't think you can. No.
You
no,
don't
we're
think
not. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Okay, I can sing, and one day on the air, I'm gonna sing.
I didn't say you can't sing.
You just don't want me to.
It's just anybody can sing. Not everybody has pitch and tone.
I know. Like Dr. Domain always says, she loves to sing. Too bad she's no good at it.
Yep.
So there's that. Kaboom. Oh, you're too late with the little drum set there, Dr. Domain. You could have had the...
I thought you were going to sing a song.
No, I'm not going to sing a song.
Come on.
But what I was going to tell Bobby is, since she only has one side of her headset on when we start out, and then she puts the whole thing on, I was mowing and I hit a branch.
No, you said you hit a tree.
I did say I hit a tree, but I hit a branch, and it almost ripped my ear off.
Ow!
And my ear was like bleeding all day. It really wasn't funny, and it still hurts, so it's hard for me to wear my headset. But
and like I said, any sentence that starts with "I was mowing and ran into a tree," or "I was on the tractor and ran it into the pond," I know.
I mean, it doesn't end well.
No, and it doesn't faze me anymore. It's just like, oh, again, okay.
Well, I was just sharing with you that it's hard for me to wear my headset because now I'm going to have cauliflower ear probably, and that's not really attractive on women. I don't
for
think.
the love of God, you're not going to get cauliflower ear.
You don't think I will?
No,
I don't know.
No.
I don't even know what cauliflower ear is.
We live in Iowa. Everybody should know what cauliflower ear is.
The grandson used to wrestle all the time.
Yeah.
And so I kind of know what cauliflower ear is, but I'd have to look at a picture to make sure that I knew that exactly what it was.
Well, let me just say this. If there's a fight in the bar and one guy has cauliflower ears and the other one doesn't,
you're going with the cauliflower.
I'm going with the cauliflower ears every time. Every time.
Okay. Well, anyway, that happened to me, and I just had to share that with our listeners. So we have been on the air for a year. Again, want to thank everybody. And what we want to do today is kind of just review what we've done over this past year. So we started out with great support, and we still have that great support of other podcasters. And we have a lot of listeners that stay with us. I mean, they talk to us about our shows and our topics and, what's their favorite and who's the funniest. I'm pretty sure it's me. But they talk about who's the funniest and, just some of the topics. And our listeners, you guys do provide us with ideas on what our topics should be. And so, just looking back, do you remember what our very first topic was, Bobby?
Our very first one was the
Don't hurt yourself. I
The
smell
road
wood burning.
rage. The road rage.
It was.
Yeah.
Road rage and furry faux pas. We talked about
I was wondering if you're going to stutter on that.
No.
The faux pas.
No. No. But anyway, we had a lot of really good topics out there. And again, ask us. We think we're hilarious. And so do a lot of our listeners. And we love the fact that y'all are still listening in. But I'm going to ask you, Bob, what was your favorite topic when we did this past year, or maybe a couple? Because we had some real fun with some of these, and we had to do a lot of research on some of these.
We
because
did.
We didn't want to
Yeah.
talk about them until we knew something. And somebody gave us a topic, and we went, "Ooh, we better, start checking that out."
And there's even some now that we're going to plan on putting out in season 2 that were suggested in season 1. And it's just something that I don't want to speak on until I actually have the research.
And you know what else we're going to do during season 2 is people have asked us, will we go with a video as opposed to just audio? And the answer is no.
No, absolutely
But here's what
not.
we will do. We are going to plan on doing some videos so that we can put them on our Facebook page so that y'all can see, what we're up to. We'll put them out. And I'm not sure TikTok's going to exist, so we're not really sure we're going to go the TikTok route. But
Yeah,
whatever.
when you first mentioned it, you're like, we'll put it on the YouTube. And I'm like, that's the boomer coming out right there. Put it on the YouTube.
Why can't we do YouTube?
Well, let's just go on to AOL chat room and put it in there too.
we can
I
put it
mean,
wherever, but we're going to have a few videos out there
Yeah.
because there's too many times when I'll be honest with you, Bobby's right. I am a clumsy mess sometimes.
and I'm just a mess.
And she's just a mess sometimes. And sometimes it is just so off the cuff that it blows both of our minds. So anyway, we just want to share that with you. So Bobby,
Okay.
what?
So my top one that I really enjoyed doing, and unfortunately it was at the expense of someone else, was the one where we were talking about the things that we would never buy again and things
our
like that.
regrettable purchases.
Yeah. So Dr. Domain, I for days I laughed about that.
Oh my gosh, I still
That
laugh
poor
about
guy.
it. I still laugh about it. I tell people when they say, "Oh, you're podcasters," and we tap their phone and we give them the information and they start following us. I always tell them, if you want to hear one where Bobby and I could not stop laughing at the expense of Dr. Domain, go to that one. Yeah, that one was super.
And like I said, I'm glad that he's at the point in his life and healing. I hope that he can just laugh about it and enjoy that other people laugh too. And hopefully we're not re-traumatizing him at all.
What do you think, Dr. Domain? I mean, did you have a favorite one that we talked about over the past year? Dead silence. He's
No.
thinking.
I
There's
I was
wood
going to say,
burning
he's
there,
going
too.
through the catalog.
Yeah.
So.
Gosh, give me a second.
Oh gosh.
I would say it was the one around manners. Like there was an episode
We
about
did.
manners. Yeah,
We
that was a
did.
good one.
Etiquette and manners. Yes, we did.
Yeah, revealed a lot.
There were several that I really liked, and we had some guests on that were really good too. Because we
Right.
had Saad Isbase for pickleball. We had Jackie Schmillen who came in talking about the Iowa National Guard. That was really wonderful. We also had Freedom Bikes and Generosity, and that was with Ozzy Bob from Abate, right here in Iowa.
Right. And I mean, we had 53 episodes between our very first one and our very last one of season 1. So there is a lot of material and a lot of different material out there.
Yeah, there is a lot.
It's crazy just looking back through it and going, oh my God, yeah, we did that.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
You know which one I heard the most feedback on was thrifting and dumpster diving.
Oh, people loved that one.
They loved it. You know why? They're all thrifters.
Yeah.
And people are just not afraid to do the dumpster diving. Another one that we did, and this is going to kind of wrap into another session that we're going to do, was when we had my grandson Dustin come on and talk about celiac.
Right.
I had a couple of people contact me and say, "Hey, listen to your podcast. How did you know?" I mean, how did
Right.
you know that you had it, and what made you think that you needed to go get it checked out? And so just helping those few people that contacted me, and said,
It's nice to know that you're not crazy about things that are happening to your body.
yeah, because
It's
we're
really
crazy
nice to
about
know.
other things. And
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, at least
because
we're
I
right
had a
about one
dream
thing.
last night that I probably shouldn't share with you, and I guess I won't, because one of the other ones that was kind of controversial was when we had that clash over sex worker rights.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Please stay with us.
I mean, listen, Jesus loved the whores and prostitutes.
He loves everybody.
He loved them, so let's give him some rights. That's all
No.
I'm saying. If Jesus can love them, the government should too. Okay.
And give them tax breaks.
And you're talking to somebody who's cracked a Bible maybe 3 times. So
No,
I have
that's
no
not
idea.
true.
I have no idea what I'm talking about, and I'm
That-
going to stick to that.
This is funny that she said that because
every year at
Christmas, we have this game that we play, and they have to answer Jesus or Christmas questions. And it's funny because Bobby always says that, but she had to go to horse camp, and the horse camp was a Christian camp. And
Yes.
so she got to ride horses, but
there was a trade-off.
There
There was a steep price.
I like to call it a bonus. I like to call it a bonus because what's really funny is during this game at Christmas, you get asked a question, and if you can answer the question, you get to pick up a cup. And when you pick up the cup, it could be a simple little gift like a pack of gum, or it could be $100 bill. It
Yeah.
just really depends. And so all the grandkids, all the kids play this game. And we also have a segment there where you can phone a friend,
Yeah.
right? But you have to pick somebody in the room, and it can't be me.
Right. We can't have our phones out. And
Can't have your
cheating.
phones out.
Yeah.
Can't be me that you ask the question to. So
How do you phone someone without a phone?
it's just kind of the same, phone
Yeah.
a friend,
It's
ask
not
a
really a
friend.
phone.
It's not phone a friend. Phone a relative.
We'll call it ask a friend.
Phone another
in the room.
dumbass in the room.
In the
I was just a little confused.
But stay with us on this one. Stay with us. So what happens, where I was going with this is what happens is since Bobby historically has answered these questions, everybody knows now to ask Bobby to answer their questions for him. But if she's wrong, they lose.
Yeah.
So it was now last year we did geography and history.
Mm-hmm.
And we relied on one of my grandsons, highly intelligent cat, and almost 90% of his answers were wrong. And people were using him as our go-to for the answers that
But
they
he's
didn't know.
so convincing
He's convinced
in his
himself.
answers that it's like you could put him on a lie detector test. He would pass every time with all the wrong answers.
That's true.
I mean, the kid, and don't get me wrong, the kid is smart. He really is.
Super
but
smart.
put on the spot, I think that his brain kind of skips like a scratch CD. And so he kind of has a problem where he's like, is this the right answer? And then he second guesses himself and he's like, I'm pretty sure it's this. And it's like, no, dumbass.
And so now we've gotten to the point where we won't even ask him. He's not our second choice. Everybody's looking around the room going, who else could I pick besides him? Because
obscure facts, absolutely. How fast does a cheetah run? How long can it run?
Yeah.
What's on the Serengeti? I'll ask him every time. But
Yeah.
when it comes down to,
simple things that are just
winning a game, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, not going to happen. Now, we did have a show that I'm going to bring up, and I don't remember the topic now. I'd have to go back and look at it, but Bobby, you'll remember it. It was kind of the shock factor for me when she announced this on the air, and everybody that listened knows what I'm talking about. It's when we were talking
I've
about.
announced a lot of stuff.
You did announce a lot of stuff, but do you remember saying that you dropped acid at 14?
God. I said I was almost 14. I think I might have been already 14.
She wasn't even 14.
Oh my god!
I was almost 14.
Now
And she
comes
had to have been
part
living with her
two.
dad. She couldn't have been living with me because I
No,
would have
not
ripped her
at
head
all.
off.
Not at
But
all.
anyway,
Anyways.
that one was one that silenced me for quite some time on
I
the
am
air.
a
Do you remember?
44-year-old
I know.
woman who pays her own bills and is pretty smart cat. Okay, I dropped acid. I've done shrooms. It is what it is. My brain is fine.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I'm just.
I think she should tell us more about it.
I think
Take
she
us
probably
back
should
to that day, Bobby.
Take us back, Bobby.
No, you're trying to make me incriminate people, and that ain't gonna happen.
Come
I ain't no
on.
snitch.
Snitch is good. Stitch
Oh,
end
not
up
after
in
this many
ditches.
years.
and end up in
They're
ditches.
probably dead anyway.
They died from an overdose. That's not even funny.
And they're probably listening, going, "Wait a second.
Wait a second. I think that was me. So that
yeah.
particular
I mean,
show,
listen, the distance between your mic and my mic and the, speed at which you can get up and come at me. I feel pretty safe at this point that I could come out the back of the studio without you getting to me quite.
Yeah.
So I'm fine.
You might want to try dropping something else another time and see what happens, because I will be over. What's between us is Dr. Domain and,
Exactly.
and all the equipment. And I would come over that like a spider monkey. I'm not kidding you, because that put me back. And anybody who listened to that show knows that I sat there in silence because I was in such shock for so long. It was crazy.
I mean, it is. What it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's another one that you really liked us talking about, or that you got any feedback from?
Well, I did get, our very top downloaded episode, besides our very first intro episode. Now that one did get our top, but the next one down was season 1, episode 7, and it's called A Parent's Nightmare Part 1. I screamed at her to run. So it's a 2-part episode. It holds the number 2 and number 4 spot on our download list.
Yes.
Now, I did get a lot of feedback from it. Of course, just of people not knowing who we were, who did listen to the podcast and knew me personally. And a lot of it was, some people had commented on the fact of how rehearsed or canned it sounded when I talked. And I had warned people, I think ahead of time, that, look, we had never talked about the subject at that point in length. We had never opened up about it. And so when I did talk about it as being, kind of a first person involved in it, I typed it out. I had to. Because when I read things, I can, it's like looking through a video camera. You can kind of disassociate yourself from it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of these kids video this horrific stuff. And anyways, so I can disassociate from it to a certain degree, to where I'm not tripping up. I'm not having those memory flashes or anything else as I'm reading it. So I did get a lot of people saying, hey, it sounded real canned, real rehearsed. And it's like, go through it yourself, unfortunately, and understand that not all of us can just get in front of a camera or a microphone and be perfect about it.
Now let's back up just a little bit and let's tell the listeners who didn't listen to those 2 episodes.
Well, first of all, go back and listen to them.
Yeah.
Okay, please do.
Yeah. So those ran in November of last year. And we hope that you do. I will tell you, those 2, it was part 1 and part 2.
Right.
They
episode
were the
7 and episode 8.
Yep. And tell them why we did that.
We did that because my son and my older daughter were victims in the Perry High School shooting back on January 4th of 2024.
In Iowa.
In Perry, Iowa.
Yep. And my grandson, her son, got shot 9 times.
Yep.
And that's all we're going to tell you this time, because we really do want you to go back and listen to part 1, part 2. These were super hard. And I'll be honest with you, Bobby, I didn't know that you were reading from anything.
Yeah.
Because you were, and even now, we've not talked about it. Don't get me wrong. As a family, we talk about this stuff.
Talk.
But we didn't go through it a chronological order like Bobby did on these 2 podcasts. It was very heart-wrenching. I had people coming up to me saying, hey, I listened to that, and it is so heart-wrenching. It was so hard to get through. I don't know how you did it. We don't know how we did it.
No.
And there were times I think Dr. Domain had to stop the recording because it was difficult. It was super difficult. So part 1, part 2.
Definitely ones to listen. I mean, and I'll say the trigger warning again now. just for people who haven't been through it. You know, if you have small kids, if you have teenagers, if you have people who are very empathetic and are not prepared to listen to it, please don't listen to it around them.
Right.
Just have that respect.
Right. And I agree with that. And unfortunately, in our society, there continues to be shootings, whether it's at a school, whether it's in a mall, whatever.
As of recording, we just had 2 this morning.
I didn't see this morning.
Yeah, I believe we had one was at a church and one was somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so very unfortunate. Just, you know, what can you do as a parent? Talk, and talk.
Yeah.
And know what your kids are doing, know who they're talking to, know who they're hanging out with, know what they're talking about. Please, please understand what's going on with your kids. Your phone is not that important.
No.
Your kids are.
And your kids don't need to have phones and social media. And we actually go through that too on episode 2.
Yeah, we do.
You know, about kids and social media. And that was a good one to do just because there are so many parents out there who are younger, I want to say.
Yeah.
And their lives are social media. Their lives are the phones. So they don't understand why it's so detrimental for their children who are under the age of 18 to be on those phones and to have those social medias and to have or allow people access to them 24/7 that would never have access to them in a regular life.
Yeah. Kids' minds don't develop that quickly. I mean, everybody thinks, oh, they're 15, they're 17. They
No,
should
it's
know.
like 25 before the frontal lobe fully develops.
And so, you know, you just have to be careful of that. And sometimes it still is.
Sometimes it never develops.
Because I was worried about you.
Oh, my God.
You know, you were like 32, and I thought, man, is she ever?
Is she ever going to get her shit together?
Well,
like, this is
one
the
way of
great
putting
hope
it.
right here, and I'm losing it. Yeah.
So one of the other ones that was really popular for us was things you should know. And we did talk about things that, you know, if your kids don't know that you can take the sun visor and put it down and turn it over to the side
If your kids don't know where to get a roll of quarters to do their laundry,
right,
and they order rolls of quarters off of Amazon only to find that they are just the rolls and not the quarters, please let them listen to that. You know, maybe I should come out with a book of shit you should know before you're 21.
You know, you should.
And it's got pictures and it's dry erase so you can make notes and erase it later. You know, draw on the pictures. I don't know.
You know what else was popular? Your books, Bobby.
My books.
Your books.
Oh, my books.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
What were your books?
So we had Who Will Eat My Clam,
And
which I gagged at. And Brenda's Beaver Plays Around.
And these are books that look like children's books.
They look like children's books.
Kind of like children's books. I mean, if you open one up, it's like, you know, they rhyme and they got cute little pictures and things like that. They are not children's books. Do not
These
share
are
them
to
with
children's
your children.
books what South Park is to Bluey. Okay, just because it looks the same does not mean it is appropriate.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Another one that we did early on, and you mentioned it already, was, you know, road rages and stuff like that. That was our pet peeves episode. People were like all over that.
Oh, yeah.
Because people were going, you know what my pet peeve is? Every time I saw
they needed to let it out.
And they listened, you know, it was like, you know what my pet peeve is? You know what I hate? And I was like, no, tell me, you know.
I want to know.
I want to stay away from it.
Absolutely.
You know, so yeah, we had a good year. We are in, how many countries did I say we were in?
12
or 13
now.
countries.
Yeah. And like
200,
almost 200 cities.
Yeah. So
yeah.
we're doing really well, and it's because of you. And we ask you each week, if you would please share us as you get the information, follow us, go in and like us, talk to us.
Yeah. And one of the most awesome ones I think that we did recently was the episode where we asked people, what would you tell yourself, your younger self?
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my favorite ones just because I got to find out things about people that I thought that I knew. and I didn't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all, and it all came from listeners.
And what's funny is we were asking our friends, and we asked our friends that listen. And one of the podcasters that kind of put us on this road, Ed Hallback, he was one of our
guests.
speakers,
Yep.
guests. And what a great guy. He's got his own show. Please look him up. One of the things he had said was, your friends won't listen to your podcast.
Yeah. Friends and close family.
They don't listen.
Good luck.
But
our exes sure like it.
Your exes,
hey guys,
your exes sure like it because they think you're talking about them.
If the shoe fits, Cinderella.
That's interesting because my closest friends really do not listen, and you'd think for support.
That's crazy
that they would. And I thought that when he told me that, I thought, why wouldn't your friends and family just support you?
Maybe they're tired of us.
They're not hearing anything new, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're tired of us.
That could be. No, they're not tired of us. I think there's just a lot of podcasts out there.
They know everything about you already.
They know everything?
Yeah, they just check Facebook 12 times a day and
Right.
your updates.
Okay, I'm going to stop on Facebook then. I'm done. I'm done with Facebook.
Well, I'm just saying that's why.
You know
'Cause
why?
like, oh yeah. Jane pet a cat today. Yeah, I know that. And
my goodness. Is it like that? Because
I baked bread.
I did bake bread.
Look at my bread.
Yeah.
I baked bread. Isn't
You
it
know
beautiful?
why? Have you ever baked
She
The
planted
dog
pot.
shit all over the carpet, and I had to tell people
I
in
did
3
put that.
paragraphs
I did do
of
that.
what happened.
I told people in many countries about that. I did. Hey, listen, this is my life. This is my life. If it's going to happen, it happens
and people
to
want
me.
videos. People want videos inside this studio and of our lives. And I'm just like, do you realize how many community standards we would like completely
But
go
you know
through?
what? We're going to give them what they want.
Yeah.
And so we just want to
We
thank
are.
you guys for a very successful year. We're very happy that you're listening to us. As Bobby always says, share us with your friends and share us with your enemies. We really and truly do not care. So with that, I think we had a great year. What do you think, Bob?
I think we had
And
an amazing year.
And I look forward to this next year. Dr. Domain, thank you for all your support and everything that you bring to the table for us, because if we didn't have him, we wouldn't be on the air.
We wouldn't have to look for the red button to make sure he's recording every time. But hey, we appreciate you guys being here each and every Tuesday. And especially for the last year, guys, thank you so much. So be sure to follow us. Send us to your enemies, send us to your friends, send us to your exes. We don't care who listens. And if it annoys them, hey, bonus points for you. So if you have any feedback or if there's a topic you'd like us to talk about, email us at boomerandgenxer@gmail.com. We also have our Boomer and a Gen Xer Walk Into a Bar official Facebook page, so check us out there. And if you have hate mail, well, I don't read it anyway, so until next week.
And I can't read, so there's that.
So until next week, I'm Bobby Joy.
And I'm Jane Bird.
And you're stuck with us.
Peace out.
Later.